Hello viewers, I am Muhammad Abdul Habib. Welcome you all to our application AIMS tutorial. In this video, we'll be discussing the chapter recording of business transactions journal entries. Let us have a problem. Page number 62, question number 2. In this video, we'll be discussing all the transactions individually, and at the end of the video, we'll see how our solution should appear. Here is the question, page number 62, question number 2. Past journal entries in books of Mr. Ram. Who is the owner here? Mr. Ram is the owner of the business, and the transactions are given for the year 2019 for the month of March, and the transaction is given on March 1 as Ram commenced the business with cash rupees 1 lakh. So commenced in the sense Ram has started business. So the heading will be taken as journal entries in books of Mr. Ram, and the format for journal entries will be date, particulars, LF, which stands for ledger folio, debit amount rupees, credit amount rupees. So here the date will be taken as 2019 March 1st. As cash is coming into the business, cash will be debited as cash account debit 1 lakh, and the investment done by the owner into the business will be called as capital. So it will be recorded as to capital account 1 lakh, and the narration will be being business started. Coming to the next transaction, which is on 2019 March 2nd. The transaction is given as cash deposited into Canara Bank 60,000 rupees. So here the date will be taken as 2019 March 2nd. As Canara Bank is the receiver of the amount, the name of the bank will be debited as Canara Bank account debit, or simply it can be recorded as bank account debit. And as cash is going from the business, cash will be credited as to cash account. So the general entry becomes bank account debit 60,000 to cash account 60,000, and the narration will be being cash deposited into Canara Bank. Coming to our next transaction, which is on 2019 March 4, purchased from Rama 4,000 rupees. So the date will be taken as 2019 March 4. Purchases, it is an expenditure to the business, so purchases will be debited. And as the goods are being purchased from Rama, the name of Rama will be credited as to Rama account 4,000. So it is a credit transaction. How to identify whether a transaction is cash transaction or credit transaction? When the business is purchasing goods or the business is selling goods and the name of a person is specified, it becomes credit transaction. So here in our transaction, business is purchasing goods and the name of person is specified, so it is a credit transaction. So purchases, as it was an expenditure, it has been debited, and as we are purchasing goods from Rama is giver of goods, so his name will be credited, and the general entry becomes purchases account debit 4,000 to Rama account 4,000, and the narration will be being goods purchased from Rama. Coming to our next transaction, which is on 2019 March 6. Purchased computer and paid by check 15,000 rupees. So here the date will be taken as 2019 March 6. Purchased computer means computer is coming into the business, so computer will be debited, and the payment is made by check. So check is going from the business, so bank will be the giver of the amount, so bank will be credited, and the general entry on 2019 March 6 becomes computer account debit 15,000 to bank account 15,000, and the narration will be being computer purchased by check. Coming to the next transaction, which is on 2019 March 9. Ram withdrew cash for personal use 5,000 rupees. So here the date will be taken as 2019 March 9. Who is Ram? Ram is the owner of the business. Owner of the business can withdraw cash from his business or goods from his business for his personal use. It will be termed as drawings. So it will be recorded as drawings account debit 5,000. So the owner of the business has withdrawn 5,000 cash for his personal use. So as cash is going from the business, cash will be credited, and the general entry becomes drawings account debit 5,000 to cash account 5,000, and the narration will be being cash withdrawn for personal use. Coming to the next transaction, which is on 2019 March 13. Furniture purchased 10,000 rupees. So 2019 March 13, furniture has been purchased. So furniture is coming into the business, and as furniture is coming into the business, furniture will be debited, and cash is going from the business, so cash will be credited, and the general entry on 2019 March 13 becomes furniture account debit 10,000 to cash account 10,000, and the narration will be being furniture purchased. Coming to our next transaction, which is on 2019 March 15. Returned goods to Rama 500 rupees. Here the date will be taken as 2019 March 15. In our previous transactions, we have purchased goods from Rama, so it was recorded as purchases account debit to Rama account. This time we are returning goods to Rama, so the general entry will be reversed, and purchases was an expenditure, so it was recorded on debit side. Now purchase returns, it is decrease in expenditure, so it will be credited as two purchase returns on credit side. As Rama is the receiver of the goods, Rama name will be debited, and as purchase returns is decrease in purchases, it will be credited. So the general entry on 2019 March 15 will be Rama account debit 500 to purchase returns account 500, and the narration will be being goods returned to Rama. Coming to our next transaction, which is on 2019 March 18. Amer returned goods 1,000 rupees. So here the date will be taken as 2019 March 18. When the name of a person is specified first and later it is given as return goods, then it becomes sales return. Sales, it is an income to the business, so sales will be recorded on credit side of the journal entry, whereas sales returns is decrease in income of the business, so sales returns will be recorded on debit side of the journal entry. So the date will be taken as 2019 March 18 and sales returns will be recorded on debit side, and as Amer is the giver of the goods, his name will be created and the journal entry becomes sales returns account debit 1000 to Amer account 1000, and the narration will be being goods returned by Amer. Coming to our next transaction, which is on 2019 March 20, advertisement expenses paid 1000 rupees. So the date will be taken as 2019 March 20. As cash is going from the business, cash will be credited and the name of the expenditure will be debited. So the business is incurring expenditure towards advertisement. So advertisement expenses will be debited as advertisement expenses account debit 1000, and as cash is going from the business, cash will be credited as to cash account 1000, and the narration will be being advertisement expenses paid. Coming to our next transaction, which is on 2019 March 23rd, deposited cash into Canara Bank 3000 rupees. So again here the date will be taken as 2019 March 23rd. In our previous transactions also we have deposited cash into Canara Bank. So bank is the receiver of the amount. So either we can write it as Canara Bank account debit or simply we can write it as bank account debit 3000, and as cash is going from the business, cash will be created as to cash account 3000, and the general entry becomes bank account debit 3000 to cash account 3000, and the narration will be being cash deposited into Canara Bank. Coming to our next transaction, which is on 2019 March 25, goods withdrawn for personal work 2000 rupees. So here the date will be taken as 2019 March 25. Owner of a business can withdraw either cash from business for personal work or goods from business for personal work. In our previous transactions, Ram has withdrawn cash. So there we have recorded it as drawings account debit to cash account. This time Mr. Ram is withdrawing goods. So this time we'll be writing it as drawings account debit 2000 to purchases account 2000. So why we are writing two purchases on credit side? Purchases is an expenditure. It will always be recorded on debit side. But the goods are being purchased by the owner in his business to sell it to customers. But this time, instead of selling the goods to customers, he himself is utilizing the goods for his personal work. So in order to reduce purchases, we'll be writing it on credit side as to purchases account 2000. So if the owner is withdrawing cash from his business for personal use, it will be recorded as drawings account debit to cash. Or if the owner is withdrawing goods from the business for personal use, it will be recorded as drawings account debit 2000 to purchases account 2000, and the narration will be being goods withdrawn for personal work. Coming to our next transaction, which is on 2019 March 27, cash paid to Ramesh 3900 and discount received 100 rupees. So here the date will be taken as 2019 March 27. Cash paid to Ramesh. Ramesh is the receiver of the amount, so Ramesh name will be debited, and as cash is going from the business, cash will be credited as to cash account. How much cash we are paying to Ramesh? We are paying 3900. So in cash we'll be writing it as 3900 on credit side. Discount received 100 rupees. So as per the rules of nominal account, credit or incomes and gains. So as we are receiving discount, it is a gain to the business. So discount will be credited as to discount 100 rupees. So 3900 and 100, it becomes 4000. So the general entry will be Ramesh account debit 4000 to cash account 3900 to discount account 100, and the narration will be being cash paid to Ramesh and discount received. Coming to our next transaction, which is on 2019 March 28. Cash received from Ramu 2800 and discount allowed 200 rupees. So here the date will be taken as 2019 March 28. Cash received in the sense we are receiving cash. Cash is coming into the business, cash will be debited. And as Ramu is the giver of the amount, Ramu name will be credited. But this time we are allowing discount. So as per the rules of nominal account, debit all expenses and losses. So as we are allowing discount, it is a loss to the business. So discount will be debited. So the general entry becomes cash account debit. How much cash we are receiving? 2800. So the general entry will be cash account debit 2800. How much discount we are allowing? 200 rupees. So it is a loss to the business. So it will be debited as discount account debit 200. To Ramu account, it 3000 rupees. So the general entry will be cash account debit 2800, discount account debit 200. To Ramu account, here we need to write it as 3000 rupees, and the narration will be being cash received from Ramu and discount allowed. Coming to our next transaction, which is on 2019 March 29. Cash withdrawn from bank for office use. So this time we are withdrawing cash and we are withdrawing from bank, but this time the cash is being withdrawn for office use. Office use in the sense the amount is being utilized for business purpose. So this is not called as drawings. So as we are withdrawing cash, cash is coming into the business. How much cash we are withdrawing from bank? 6000 rupees. So cash is coming into the business, so cash will be debited, and as bank is the giver of the amount, the bank will be credited. So the journal entry becomes cash account debit 6,000 to bank account 6,000, and the narration will be being cash withdrawn from bank for office use. Coming to our next transaction, and this is the last transaction for the problem. Then we'll see how our solution should appear. Coming to the last transaction, 2019 March 30. Salaries paid by check 8,000 rupees. Here the date will be taken as 2019 March 30. Salaries, it is an expenditure to the business, so salaries will be debited. And as the payment is done by check is going from the business, so bank is the giver of the amount, so bank will be created, and the journal entry becomes salaries account debit 8,000 to bank account 8,000, and the narration will be being salaries paid by check. Now let us see how our solution should appear. The heading should be taken as journal entries in books of Mr. Ram, and the format for journal entries is date, particulars, LF, which stands for ledger folio, debit amount rupees, credit amount rupees. As he has started his business on 2019 March 1st, the date will be taken as 2019 March 1st. This was our first journal entry. After completion of first journal entry, we need to draw a line between each journal entry. Hope you have understood the topic. See you all in next video. Thank you.